morning and happy Wednesday. It's the 26th of January today. It's been a little while since I last picked up my camera. I think the last thing I filmed was weigh-in on Friday, and so much has gone on between now and then. I just thought I would briefly try and fill you guys in on what's happened over the last couple of days. So Friday was my birthday, it was weigh-in. And on Friday evening I went out for some pizza, which was incredible. We went to a restaurant called Rudy's in Leeds, and it's like traditional Italian pizza. So the pizza base is like really thin. It's just so yummy. And then on Saturday some family came over and I had a bit of like a birthday tea. So Friday and Saturday were untracked days. I was still mindful. I didn't sort of like use it as an excuse to go wild and just eat all day, but I did sort of have some treats. I had some Colin Caterpillar cake, I had obviously my pizza. Is there someone at the door? Or are you just barking at passers-by? I think she's just barking. You're just barking at dogs going by. Or rudely interrupted by Floss. Where was I? Yeah, so I didn't really use it as like a massive excuse, but I did have loads. I did have quite a few treats. I had my pizza, I had some cake, I had like buffet food, mainly cheese and tomato on a stick. Cheese and tomato on a stick and cheese and pineapple on a stick. That's like one of my favourite sort of like go-to buffet type foods. And then like carrots and cucumber with hummus. There were a few sandwiches and things there, but I tried to limit my intake of sandwiches. I just sort of like had the meat instead, because I had that on a little side plate for people. So yeah, and then on Saturday night I ended up having a KFC. So obviously way over calorie both on Friday and Saturday. On Sunday I met up with a friend and we went to a really cool retro games arcade. I did track on Sunday. I can't off the top of my head remember whether I was under calories, over calories, or what went on. I can't remember what I had for tea on Sunday evening. So I'll go over that more in weigh-in on Friday though. Monday, which was, I feel like it's Tuesday today, but it's Wednesday. So on Monday, Jim had a delivery down in London that I needed my help with. And it was a very early wake up. I think I was up at like 5:30, and we had breakfast and lunch via a service station. So breakfast I got like a prepared like egg sandwich, which from the options that was there was like I would say probably one of the more healthier options. I could have had some porridge, but I just really wasn't fancying porridge. But then I also could have had like a pasty or a sausage roll or something, and I didn't have that. So then for lunch, Jim decided to have a Burger King, and I ended up getting some sort of like a little sushi box from Marks and Spencer's, and I had some fruit, and I had like a little chicken satay snack thing, and it was really yummy, and I was super proud of myself because it wasn't like I was feeling deprived for not having a Burger King or anything else like that. I didn't think that it wasn't a hard decision to make. I wanted to eat the healthier foods, and I felt like that was such a revelation, and more so than like choosing. I was just really proud of myself for the natural choice to have something healthy. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Something healthier and something sort of like more on track than a Burger King. So I was really happy with myself, and I was on track. I was under my calories. I had planned to have a tin of soup and like a bread roll for dinner, and it was tracked, it was already in. I was doing really well, and then Jim had sausage and mash for his tea, and there was some sausages left over, and I decided to have a sausage sandwich. And I really don't know why I did that, because it put me over calorie. And then because I was over calorie, Jim had bought some shortbreads, and they're really high in calories per slice. It's like 360 odd calories per biscuit basically. And I decided to have one of them, and I was just like, why? Then Tuesday I was like sort of like thinking back, and I was like, I did so well at the services. I avoided having a Burger King, I avoided having like pasties, I didn't get any like sweets or anything to snack on in the van for the journey. I just kind of like, I did really well, and I don't understand why then when I got home I completely sort of like disregarded everything, just kind of went out the window. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether it's like something deep and psychological where you know, I'd done well, and I was kind of rewarding myself maybe for the good choices that I'd made throughout the day. I don't know, but sort of thinking back to it, it really doesn't make sense, because I had the willpower and the strength to say no to the Burger King and no to the Greggs and what have you, but then when I was at home I made a sausage sandwich. And you think it would be like the other way around, and there's nothing wrong with having a sausage sandwich, but it took me way over my calories, way over my macro goals, and then also having the shortbread did as well. So I've got no idea why I did that, but it's something that I'm going to think about a little bit more, think about the choices that I'm making, like why did I do that when I knew I was being accountable and I put it into my diary and I knew it was going to take me over, but I didn't. It was like I didn't care. And I do care, like I really care about losing weight, and I really want to do it, and but why am I not letting why am I getting in my way, constantly getting in my way with it? It's really strange. I obviously just really wanted a sausage sandwich, but odd. So then on Tuesday, I actually started filming yesterday, but I had quite a bad mental health day. It was sort of like really out of left field, because I had a really sort of lovely weekend for my birthday, and I don't know where it came from, but it was just this sort of like a bit of down in the doldrums, a bit sort of like feeling like the world was really heavy and just not being very happy. And I decided to not carry on filming just because I just didn't feel comfortable doing it basically. I feel like I'm as vulnerable as possible on my channel and tell you my true feelings, and if I'm having a really shit day, I like to sort of like express that and make it known, but just yesterday I just didn't feel sort of like, it just did not feel in any way comfortable. I just wanted to sort of like shut myself away from the world in some aspects. So yesterday was on plan though. Yeah, yesterday I tracked and I was on my calories, and I'm a little bit over on my carbs, but I had the most amazing dinner. So I've planned my meals for this week, and one of the meals which I'm making this evening is a roast chicken soup. So because I'm like trying to save a bit of money and trying to be a bit more savvy with food so there's not as much food waste, I was like, well, if we get like a whole chicken and roast it in the oven and have that for one meal, then we can use it for the next day. So we did that, and I decided to make it with some rice and some Mediterranean, actually here's the leftovers. So we had Mediterranean vegetables, some roast chicken and some rice, and it was so good. So good. Honestly, I don't know why it tasted so amazing, but it did. I really enjoyed it. So it's definitely one of my new favourite meals. It's quite simple, but really yummy. So that brings us to today, and I've woken up this morning with a bit more of a pep in my step. I know there's no way that I'm going to have lost or maintained on Friday. There's just absolutely no chance with what I've eaten over the weekend and my lack of activity level. I just don't see how it would be possible. So we'll see, but I am mentally preparing myself for that to be the case. But I'm not going to allow it to derail me for this week, because I think sometimes when you've had a bit of an indulgent couple of days, it's hard to then pick back up a couple of days before you weigh in, because it kind of like feels like, well, I know I'm going to be up, so you know, it kind of feels a little bit pointless. I know it sounds silly because you're not necessarily doing eating healthily and eating better for that weigh-in on Friday, but when you know it's more than likely going to be not a great weigh-in, then it's harder, I think, to sort of like pick back up. But yesterday, you know, I did plan on going to the gym, but something came up, and then I was sort of like in my bit of my emotional turmoil, so I didn't end up going. But this morning I said to myself, you are going to the gym regardless of how you feel, regardless of what's going on, regardless of anything else. Be stronger than your excuses, get your ass out of bed and go to the gym. And I did, and I was so pleased with myself. And I suppose over the next week it's going to be about creating that habit to get back into the gym, because once that habit's formed, then I feel like it's a lot easier. So that's my sort of like goal over the next sort of like few days, to try and just go regardless of what I do there. So I haven't got anything specifically planned. Today I wanted to do a mixture of things to sort of like break it up and make the time go quicker. So I did a 20-minute uphill, really fast-paced walk. Then I did a 5-minute run, but I did it 2 kilometers an hour faster than what I would normally run at, just to really give my body a blast. And that felt really good. I really enjoyed that. And then I did I think 10 or 15 minutes on the bike, a bit of time on the elliptical, and then I did some weights. I did actually film a couple of the snippets of what I was doing, because I thought that might be interesting for you guys. If you enjoyed that, I can certainly do it more. So please let me know in the comments if you want to see more sort of like workout montages or my time in the gym. I might even get brave and just bring you along with me on a live maybe one morning, but let me know if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. I did the usual trick. I don't know why I can't get into the habit of doing this, but with my Apple Watch, instead of adding a new workout, I keep ending the workout, so it's all sort of like muddled up. So I'll try and insert in the best way possible here for you guys to see what I did. And then I've come home and I've made my breakfast, and I have something else that I'm kind of doing over this next week. I am trying to increase / monitor my fibre intake, because I have not the greatest digestive systems. It's not like really bad. I don't have like IBS or I don't think I have a huge problem, but I've definitely I definitely feel like without being TMI, that I could probably maybe go to the toilet more regular, that I can help my gut health. And one of the things that you can do, which I think is probably the most efficient way of helping your digestion or improving your gut health is to take a look at your fiber intake, because it's amazing like what they recommend. I think the recommended daily fiber intake for a woman is between 25 and 30 grams, and I think most of us are probably getting around 8 to 10. So I just thought it would be a good idea to take a look at it and monitor it and try and increase it a little bit. I do have a goal on MyFitnessPal now for my fibre. I've actually swapped it in my macro section in my daily diary, so that I can I swapped it with my fats so that I could just get a hand, just sort of like see what's going on with it. And I'm not going to be like full on with it yet. I'm just going to monitor it, try and increase it, but not be sort of like hard on myself if I don't meet that fibre goal. And one way I thought would be really good to just instantly add some extra fibre would be to have some bran flakes for breakfast, because bran flakes are essentially just fibre. So yeah, I thought that would be super handy. But I obviously still want to, I usually have a protein shake for breakfast. One, because I like to do my workouts in the morning, so it fuels my muscles. And two, it helps keep me fuller, it regulates my hunger. I'm not like finding myself wanting to snack as much. So I didn't want to not have a protein shake. So what I've been doing, yesterday I started doing this, was making my protein shake as normal, and half of it having with some bran flakes in a bowl in the replacement of like almond milk or milk, and then just drinking the other half. And I actually really like it. It's really, really yummy. So I'm going to continue to do that. It obviously ups my breakfast calories slightly, but literally I set out to have 300 calories for breakfast, and I think let me just have a look, because off the top of my head I can't remember, as it's only been 2 days I've been doing it. It's 363 calories, so it's a little bit more than my goal of 300 calories for breakfast, but it's absolutely fine, because if it's gonna help keep me more full throughout the morning, I don't need, I think the sort of 63 calories extra that I'm having is gonna save calories further along the day, because I'm gonna be more full from my breakfast. So yeah, really enjoying that so far. And I've also just made myself a green tea. I did have a coffee first thing this morning, but I love my green tea, and I want to have at least one green tea in the morning. I'm gonna try and get to the point where I don't need to have a morning coffee and I just have my green tea. But there's nothing wrong with having coffee, it's just I think green tea is better for you. So, and I was going to make like a what I got for my birthday video, but I've decided against it, and I might just show you a couple of things that I got. I mean, Jim paid for me to go and have a lovely full body massage on Friday morning, which was incredible and it was so needed. He also bought me a really lovely yellow jumper, and I got this amazing cup which I am absolutely in love with. If you're a regular on my channel, you'll know why I love this cup so much. But in the top it says the Lake District, Romantic Fells and Rushelin Becks. Beautiful. It's a gorgeous cup. So for anybody that doesn't know, I am absolutely in love with hiking. I've done a fair few mountains and a fair few long distance walks. I'm going to pick it back up in February. I'm not like a fair weather walker or anything, but there's just been so much going on over January and it can get quite dicey and icy and snowy, the places I like to hike and walk throughout January. So yeah, I'm going to pick it up from February. But I've got so many fond memories of being in the lakes, so every time I have a cup of tea I can remember all those lovely times. One of the other like amazing presents that I got was a soup maker. I can't tell you how happy I am to have received this, because I've wanted a soup maker for years and years, and I was always kind of like a bit back and forth about getting one, because I was just thinking, well, if you really want to make some soups, you can make it in a pan and then just blitz it up. Then the lovely Slice of Jess, got one for Christmas, and after sort of like seeing hers and stuff, it just encouraged me even more. I was like, oh no, I really do actually want one. So my lovely mother and father-in-law purchased that for me. So I'm very excited to use it this evening to make the chicken and vegetable soup. And one of the main reasons that I wanted to get soup maker was like if I'm out like working or over at the studio, or I've got a really busy day, it's so easy and convenient just to put all the ingredients into the soup maker and just set it to whatever sort of consistency you want your soup, and then it's done. And it's just so simple and easy. And soup is just, I love soups. I think we all know that I'm a big fan of soups. And I just think they're one of the most healthiest, sort of easiest things to eat, especially on a weight loss journey, because you can pack them full of flavour. They're super filling. They're really sort of like easy on the gut, easy on the digestive system. You can pack them full of veggies, and they're super low calorie, and they're so tasty. So what is not to love? So I thought I would ask for one of these for my birthday, and I'm really pleased that I did get one. And then I got some like, I got a lovely plant. I got a lovely like bath set with pandas all over it. Just loads of really lovely gifts. I'm a very lucky girl. I also got quite a lot of money, and I haven't fully decided what I'm going to use that on yet. I am on a bit of a mission to be better with money and spend less, and get myself out of debt and get myself into a bit more of a more desirable situation with finances, because although, you know, I do work and I own my own business and things like that, we've had a really tough couple of years. I think everybody has suffered in some way. The way that I've mostly suffered is financially with my business, for one way or another, and I've got sort of like ideas and things to help boost my business and make it better. But I think on a more personal level, I'm just going to just try and be a little bit more money savvy, spend a lot less, because I'm a very sort of impulsive person. I sort of like think of something and I was like, oh yeah, I'd really like to have that, and I usually just get it and don't think about the consequence of it. So yeah, definitely looking to spend a bit better. So I haven't fully decided what I'm going to spend it on. I'm trying to think of something that's going to be like really worthwhile throughout the year, but who knows. I'm sure I will think of something. Right, it is cracking on and I need to get to work. Today is a work day. So I am going to go take my tea up to my office. Of course you're all coming along with me. I've missed everybody so much. Let me know how you're doing. Although it's only been a few days, it feels like I haven't been on here for weeks. So please say hi and let me know how you're getting on. And let's get to work. So it is just gone 1 o'clock. And I was feeling a little bit peckish, so I went and made myself a peppermint, is it peppermint? Yeah, peppermint and licorice tea, which is one of the teas in the afternoon that I'm reaching for the most because it's so yummy. I've also got my hydro jug. I've already had quite a lot of water today, but trying to make sure that I'm drinking a lot of water. And I've just had, so I did a food delivery from Ocado, which came yesterday. Sorry that I didn't show you what I got. It was mostly fruits and veggies anyway. So like I said this morning, I'm trying to increase my fibre intake. So I was just having a little look at sort of like the products that they have that have a lot of fibre in them. I just basically searched fibre on Ocado, and these like bars popped up that sort of reminded me a little bit of like the Naked bars, and there was a few different flavours. One was peanut butter flavour, which obviously I was like very intrigued by that, and you can get them in packs, but I thought rather than buy like a full pack, I would order one and give it a try, see what it was like, so that I know if I like them or not, because sometimes with them like snack bars, they can be really hit and miss, I think. But I was very intrigued by them because they have 11.3 grams of fibre per bar. They're 117 calories and 11 grams of carbs and 2.9 grams of protein. So a really good sort of like mix of macros and obviously really, really high in fibre. And I can confirm that they are delicious. And I have just finished work, and I'm just about to start making the soup. It's going to take a little while, as I'm going to actually make some chicken stock from the roast chicken carcass that we have left over from yesterday's tea, and it's the first time I'm doing it, so I've been instructed by Jim on what to do. I am also going to be adding some more chicken stock to it just to sort of enhance the flavour, but I'm essentially following a recipe from BBC Good Food. It's this chicken soup which they advise using a leftover roast chicken. So I'm sort of going to be following that, but also kind of doing my own thing, because that recipe is to make the soup in a pan, and I'm going to make it in my soup maker after I've made the stock. So I'm gonna get making dinner. Dinner, and it was my first ever homemade soup actually, and it was incredibly tasty. I'm so super happy with it, and really happy with my soup maker. It just makes it so easy. Yeah, really tasty, and also really cheap, because I use the chicken over 2 meals, so it literally works out super cheap. So I'm gonna end today's diary here, end today here, and let you know how I've got on. So I am a little bit over on my carbs today. I'm over by 21 grams. I'm not usually too sort of hard on myself if I'm over by sort of 10 or 20. It's just when it's like hundreds over. So my goal is to eat no more than 90 grams of carbs a day. So I've had 110 grams of carbs. I'm over by 3 grams of my fibre, which isn't a bad thing. I have a fibre goal of 30 grams a day. I just sort of don't want to be eating too much fibre because then that can have the opposite effect. So 33 grams is absolutely fine, but sort of like anything from, I'd say, 60 to 70 grams plus would probably be an issue. And I have 45 grams of protein left, so I had a fair amount of protein today. I would like to have more, but I have had a sufficient amount, so it's fine. I also have 261 calories left. I'm not sure if I'm going to eat them yet, as currently I am really full. So I have included everything, I believe, in my diary today. I had my protein shake and bran flakes for breakfast. For lunch I had some tuna, some light mayo and some corn fins with a scraping of butter. For dinner I had the roast chicken soup, and I used the BBC Good Food recipe, and conveniently it was already logged on MyFitnessPal. Snacks, I've had an apple, and I also had the Good Vibrations peanut butter bar, which was super tasty. I had the yogurt actually as part of my lunch. I don't know why I put it in a snack. 100 millilitres of oat milk that I had with my coffee, but I used a skinny syrup in there, so it's 0 calories. And that's it for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and complete my diary. If every day was like today, in 5 weeks, I would weigh 13 stone 5.7. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's What I Eat in a Day video. If you did, please don't forget to pop up your thumb, as it really helps my channel, and I know that you like it. Really blurry. There we go. I'm hoping to make a few more What I Eat in a Days this week. Obviously it's weigh-in on Friday, so tomorrow should be another What I Eat in a Day, Friday weigh-in, and then we'll see about the weekend. I'm not too sure yet, but if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe for some happy vibes, and also you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video if you also hit the notification bell. But until next time's video, stay happy, healthy and well. Bye.